Shalom, all praise to Yahweh, by Hashem, Yahushua, by Hashem, HaKadosh, double and the apostles and elders of Great Mill, Son of Ruwal, and Shalom to the brothers in the work, Syrian truth. Um, so this article, and it made me chuckle, because, it's, with, Trump coming back into office very soon, you've had, uh, the vibration moon pushed out of, essentially him, going back to what happened like when he got in 2016, all the issues around when he was in office coming back up again, and really, uh, he's been greenlit to do whatever the fuck he wants, kind of a thing, because they'll bring in court cases against him, etc. And the end result of that is what is he's back in office. So even if there was any judgments against him, he can just disannul it on the 20th. So they ain't even wasting their time. And then once he's in office, he can just make their life a living hell. So no one's trying to do shit now, and everyone's quitting before he gets in because they already know it's like it's toast. But okay, this broad Alice Giddings did this article on the Metro. It says alpha male domination is a theme of 2025. Men like Trump mean nobody feels safe. And, she's essentially just, completely drunk the wine of Esau, as far as feminism, as far as this so-called new world, etc. That they've brought in where, women are now meant to be able to walk around, feeling safe, feeling good, feeling great, just independently. But the reality of that is it's like with a variety of things. It's only because you have the force of police, military, etc. that a lot of people kind of don't take certain actions. So it's the system essentially is the scaffolding that holds up the ability for that wine to flourish. Because you go to the third world, you go back to where people ain't trying to fuck with that. Then there's certain acts you do, certain things that happen. It's you're gonna disappear. Um, Afghanistan's a good example. America left in a matter of days. The Taliban took the country back over, and then women were back in in hijabs. And then man was saying women weren't even allowed to talk to each other. uh, but that's it's built off the scaffolding of the system maintaining it. That's the only reason why. So I'll read a bit. So she says, despite the groundbreaking and heroic actions of women in the last 12 months, there's one archetype sitting firmly on the horizon for 2025, the alpha male. Yeah, use this term, alpha male, but that it's they got like Elon Musk, Mark Zuckerberg, Nigel Farage, Andrew. It's but then it's just the worldly kind of view on these things. That's what she's bugging out over. So I skip down because it's just talking about all the things women apparently achieved, and one of them is going to court and revealing your identity after your husband drugged and let a bunch of men rape, which is that whole situation is fucking insane. But then it's weird. I don't know what the thingy is. What like the appeal towards her kind of saying like, oh yeah, I'm gonna show my face whilst it's, it's I don't know, it's weird. So it says, according to political scientist and president of the Institution of European Policy, Mason Catherine de Vries, the president-elect is a shining star of the alpha male stereotype, a hypermasculine man who seeks to assert absolute authority and values material wealth and strength. And that, you know, Trump asserting power, that's definitely going to be seen. Um, Says, while Andrew Tate brought the alpha male to mainstream media, Donald Trump is the reason it will boil over in popularity this year as he steps into arguably the most powerful position on earth. He's that particular image of men, the paterfamilias, the father of the family who wields economic and legal power, who by extension yields authority. So the thing with the thing that these women are getting stirred up by is because the aspects of it that go back to that ancient traditional masculinity, where the father would basically be in charge of the house and have authority and power over the everyone in the household. Which that's what I'm just looking. I'm looking at, and I'm just like, there's you you're railing against it, but even for this current so-called liberation for women is co-signed by men essentially, uh, by men essentially maintaining it. Says a few women in his cabinet team all look very traditionally feminine, while his top advisors are mostly male. So it's funny because even if you'll have women there, it's now a problem if they're feminine women, which is just that's how far things have gone. Evil men introduce to wax worse and worse. It's just like in a time now, it's a woman shouldn't even be a woman. It says what? In fact, the 78-year-old Republican candidate cabinet choices have faced accusations around sexual assault and other crimes, as he has, and it's going through like all of the different sexual assault cases they've been accused of. I don't think any of them went to court. Was accused. No charges are filed. I don't think any of them had charges filed, other than it was just Trump. But even then, yes, civilly liable for sexual abuse. But I don't know. Yeah, I think it's just crashing out. So Musk is also reportedly in talks to donate a possible $100 million to UK political party reform, headed by Nigel Farage. Despite a recent falling out, the pair seem to have reconciled, and Farage is set to throw Trump the biggest inauguration party in Washington, D.C., where Musk will be one of the 400 guests. In this, alongside Trump's influence, that could see the alpha male presence thrive on both sides of the pond. And the Nigel Farage, the alpha male is or Elon Musk, and is not what I'd use to describe it, but it's she's trying to build a narrative. But this kind of was the point that I found interesting. It says, I don't have a crystal ball, but ideas and politics usually happen at the same time. Like Brexit happened in the same year as the Trump administration taking control. If you take that as your model, we can expect Trump to age Farage's politics because it gives legitimacy to his presidency. It's another very important political figure. If another very important political figure says the same things. So yeah, with what you call it, highlighting how you had 2016, you had Brexit and Trump get voted in at the same time, and that had a huge shift in the culture globally. So that's something being pushed through again, and then with Trump's bluster and whatnot, that's gonna, it's gonna bring, it's about forceful, aggressive expansion of their policy. That's really what you're gonna be sitting. That's what she's in fear of. So as an example of this is a debate around abortion rights. Trump was responsible for the overturning of Roe v. Wade. Now Farage has suggested MPs debate rolling back the abortion limit in the UK. Which I don't know is as far as for right now. There's no way, reform ain't significant, but they could be. It says Farage is very much an alpha male Trump manosphere. He probably thinks Trump can help him politically to get stuff done. With reform such a fast-growing influence in the UK, it's no joke. The political party ranked third in vote share in the 2024 year. So that's the thing is just with reform, and the thing with all that is really it's tied to Elon, and then I'm just looking at it as it's going to be the B system, aspects of the B system being pushed forward and being implemented. That's what I'm expecting to see off it more than what she's losing her mind over. But Trump being at the spearhead, his personality, his mindset, that's going to be the vibration, man. That Revelation 12 and 12 spirit, that prideful Edomite man, where he's essentially got all the bluster and is looking to exercise power. Malachi 1 and 2 says, I have loved you, saith the Lord Yahweh, yet ye say, wherein hast thou loved us? Was not Esau Jacob's brother, saith the Lord Yahweh? Yet I loved Jacob, and I hated Esau, and laid his mountains and his heritage waste for the dragons of the wilderness. And yeah, there was that aspect of time, during the Dark Ages where Esau was brought back to his base form. Verse 4, it says, whereas Edom saith, we are impoverished, but we will return and build the desolate places. And that's really the spirit of what they're trying to bring about with with Trump, with that whole vibration. And it's not to bring the 1776 or the old or the 50s or whatever. They're looking to implement their beast system. That's why it's like they didn't bring in someone to be like, okay, let's destroy technology, let's go back to riding horses and whatever. No, they brought in Elon, who's about shooting rockets into space, Neuralink, AI, robots, all these things, robo taxis. That's the whole vibration he brings in, and then what he's getting a prominent place within government to push forward in those things. Crypto going into the CBDC and the MOTB. These are the things that are being pushed in, and that's what they're trying to build back up. That's the whole vibration. But then it's that prideful bluster, that he puffeth at them spirit, that's being utilized to do that. Thus saith the Lord Yahweh of hosts, they shall build, but I will throw down, and they shall call them the border of wickedness, and the people against whom the Lord Yahweh hath indignation forever. And yeah, that's what do you call it? The desolate places Esau's focus on, they're going to be built back up. So like built back up and then thrown down, man. Whatever they're trying to achieve, they're trying to accomplish, it's going to get to a certain point, but it's not going to have its fullness, because that's not Esau ain't meant to be ruling for the next 5,000, 10,000, 20,000 years. So you're in the hell is it called, Star Trek, the USS Enterprise, and that. Jeremiah 51 and 7 says, Babylon hath been a golden cup in the Lord Yahweh's hand, that made all the earth drunken. The nations are drunken of her wine, and therefore the nations are mad. And yeah, they've nations are drunk of the wine. That's what has basically been witnessed with the world talking about, oh, blah blah blah, women should be doing this. That's all the wine of the system, which that wine's for everyone to get drunk and for everyone to be you know besotted with and losing their scruples over. But then the truth of it is that that's only for a season. That's all gonna be utilized to bring in chaos, confusion, especially upon just everyone on the lower level. You know, the goyim, the sheeple, and then when it comes to the elites, they're not looking to to deal with that. They don't deal with that. They have that shit in order, man. If their daughters try and play the field, they get cut off. If they don't uh act correct, they get cut off. They're not trying to have confusion at their top ranks. Um, and that's it's plain to observe. It's really like where you have the lower, lesser luminaries as kind of the aspirational people to kind of look towards. So you have a Jeff Bezos where a woman can divorce him and become the richest woman in America, multi-billionaire and shit like that. It's funny as hell. But when it goes to the elites, that they'll be able to cut people off with no what's the word? Not even like feedback. No difficulties. Let's say not in trouble as other men. And then verse 8, Babylon is suddenly fallen and destroyed. How for her? Take balm for her pain. If so be, she may be healed. We would have healed Babylon, but she's not healed. Forsake her and let us go everyone into his own country. And yeah, that's the reality. Is all this trying to make America great again spirit, the bringing back that really what they're trying to bring back is the what do you call it? They're trying to establish themselves and have rule and power over the people for all time. That's what they're trying to utilize AI, different technologies for, so they can conduct themselves as the Most High conduct themselves with ultimate power. But would have healed Babylon, but she's not healed. And in Romans 9:22 it says, What if the Most High, willing to show his wrath and to make his power known, endured with much long suffering the vessels of wrath fitted to destruction? And that's I'm gonna read the verse above. Well, that's could read the verse above as well, but that's talking about Esau, that vessel of wrath fitted to destruction. He's essentially been, his role, his job was to bring confusion, destruction upon the world, and upon the minds of the people, upon even the plants, the trees, the animals, the oceans, and even space. Man, this guy's polluting space, like, and he only got up there like fucking the ability to shoot up into the stars recently. But then it's already like after a matter of decades, just like, oh yeah, it's gonna be difficult to get out of the planet because there's gonna be so much junk. That's the role this guy was given, and then he's being suffered because that whole spirit that she's discussing about, the man, masculinity, etc. The only reason you have an issue with it is because you've basically been indoctrinated into that wine, and fucking hell, you've been indoctrinated into that wine, and you've misunderstood it as that's like a default or a normal. That he might make known the riches of his glory on the vessels of mercy, which he had afore prepared unto glory. And yeah, that's the reality. The reality is you got the elect Israel, where they're gonna receive, the true reward and be shown mercy mercy which won't be extended to Esau. Because why? He was not made for such. And then all this, that they're barking and yapping about, oh, we need to blah blah blah. Oh, it's all gonna be dissolved. That's the joke. People are debating and blah blah blah. Like, no, we need to blah blah blah. We need to pass this law. How can we say, bro? You can't save, bro. It's done. It's toast. It's over. And that's gonna be, showcased. The guy that everyone is exalting, and either envious of. You got the women that are envious, like, oh, Trump's back. Oh, the men are back in power. Why? Because they want the rule. And then, you got Jake out here, these BLM types. But no, you should love us. They also want a slice. Everyone wants a slice of Esau's pie. But, that pie is going to be dissolved. It's going to be cooked. It's going to be in an oven. And the oven's going to be burning at tens of thousands of degrees. Legendary temperatures, man. Vaporizing, bone levels of temperature. Your tongue dissolving in your mouth ass temperatures, man. Isaiah 32:9, it says what? Rise up, ye women that are at ease. Hear my voice, ye careless daughters. Give ear unto my speech. Many days and years shall ye be troubled, ye careless women. For the vintage shall fail, the gathering shall not come. Tremble, ye women that are at ease. Be troubled, ye careless ones. Strip you and make you bare. And gird sackcloth upon your loins. They shall lament for the teats, for the pleasant fields, for the fruitful vine. And yeah, rise up, you women that are east, especially among Jake, but it's going to be expanded to all women. All women are basically going to realize that this current system, this configuration of matter is a fucking is a one-off, out there, out of the way experiment. And as such, that's why you have it, and out of the way. That's why you even have it, to the extent that what do you call it? That's why you have it to the extent where everything's decaying and falling apart. All these different, you've basically taken out the floor, the fuck's sakes, the foundation of society. The household, the man, the woman, the children. That basis is the bedrock of society, and then in doing so, everything else is crumbling around it. All the values and everything built off it are crumbling, and that was the intention. But then, the end point of that is, there'll be no flesh left to be saved. Women out here being like, "No, I don't want to have kids. I want to have kids when I'm 39." Then the kids coming out with, the head shaped funny, the bones weak as fuck. Menstruous women bringing forth monsters. But yeah, I'll leave it there. Shalom.